If after training her in school, and she said to your face that she won't marry you, instead, she's going to give you back the money you spent on her so that you get another person to marry. She's not being arrogant. She's just being sincere to herself. And God will not punish her or punish her parents. No. Because you did not enter such agreement with God. God did not tell you to go and train somebody's daughter before you marry her. Yes, what is this woman saying? What I'm saying is, those of you young men that wants to marry girls that are educated, probably because you are not educated, you want an educated wife. And you say, okay, since we are friends and you want to go to school, I want to marry you. But I want you to finish school first before I marry you. Then you fix in your head and begin to send her to school. You sponsor her, pay school fees, food, house rent, and everything. And by the time the girl is done, she has become a graduate. And then you said, oh yeah, it is time to go and see your people and do things. And she said, guy, I'm not interested. Get someone else. And you begin to swear heaven and earth, moon and star. If this did not happen to her, this will happen. Ogun will kill her. Nothing will kill her. If you are interested to marry a woman that is a graduate, there are people that have graduated over 5 years, 10 years ago. Go and look for them. Everybody have different choices. If you are interested to marry a nurse, if you are interested to marry a doctor, whatsoever profession it is, you are interested to marry somebody that have handwork or skill, that have learned a skill, a caterer, a seamstress, or whatever. There are people that are already done in that profession. They are already practicing. In nurses that are practicing, seamstresses that are practicing, you name them. Go after them. Because these ones are done with, the adolescence age, and they are willing to settle down. Rather than going for somebody that just finished secondary school, that has stayed 1 year or 2 years, is still waiting for admission, is still waiting for somebody that will help her to train her in a skill that she's interested in, and then you go in to train that person before you marry. You are making a huge mistake, and you are going to cry Mwagwaro later. You are going to swear heaven and earth, but nothing will ever happen to that girl. Hear me and hear me very well. If you want to marry a nurse, go and look for nurses that have graduated over the years. They will marry you. Instead of spending your money to train a girl in skill or train a girl in school, and at the end of the day, she says no to you, nothing will happen to her. If she says she wants to pay you your money, Oga, voluntarily and willingly tell her, submit it to me. Go ahead and marry another person. Why I'm saying this is that several times, a lot of men have done this, and it has ended up in heartbreak. Why waste your money on people that have not gotten what they want? And there are people that have already gotten it. Why don't you go for the already made women? When I say already made women, I don't mean that aspect you are going, like people that are into money. You have heard the things I have mentioned. There are graduates that are already working. There are graduates that have finished learning their skills and they are practicing. Go for them. You will not have headache. You won't. The truth is that by the time you are training that girl in school, she is mixing up with her peers and she wants to explore life. And she begins to see you as what? A local champion. You don't measure up to her standard. And it's not fault of hers, because time and taste changes. So her eyes will become open. And then she will see that you are not in her class. And by the time you are saying, let's go, she will delay dialing. The ones that are very vocal will tell you, okay, I'm not interested. He said, but this was our agreement. See, even agreement that is written on paper is being torn. Talk more of agreements you just said with your mouth. Men, I am advising you to malive, according to the Onitsha people. Malive, mulanya kaazo. Don't pour your money where it's not needed. Go for the ones that need it. Because after everything, you will be settled without having a headache. That is my piece of advice. So stop swearing. Stop saying, and the girl's parents know. If they know, did they force you to come and train their daughter? Go and marry that person that you have in mind. There are plenty of them that are graduated already in that skill or in that school or in that profession. Go and look for them and marry. And don't spend your money. Another way you can do that is you decide to marry somebody that is of your level. When you have married her and she's in your house, then you can be sending her to school because she has become what? Your own. But don't go and spend money on somebody that has not become your wife and hoping that she will marry you. Okay, make it 30. By sense.